Hello, my friends. It's Nick. It's the ASMR nerd. And it's that time of year again. It's mid-June again already. It's the summer games season, Christmas for gamers, if you will. Historically, of course, this would have been the time of year dominated by E3, the Electronics Entertainment Expo. But now that E3 is truly good and dead, it's of course splintered apart into a plethora of smaller conferences. We had the Summer Games Fest conference, Jeff Keighley's thing on Friday. We've got a Ubisoft thing coming up in a couple days. We've got the PC Gaming Show streaming, I think, right now, live. At some point this month, we'll have a direct from Nintendo. So all kinds of exciting gaming announcements in this time of year. And of course, today, I'm going to be reacting to the Xbox Games Showcase for 2024. This has become a bit of a tradition over the last few years for me, and it tends to be the show that I get the most hyped about because it just has the stuff that interests me the most, generally speaking. Of course, Microsoft now owns like seemingly half the gaming world. They have, Bethesda and those studios. They have Blizzard and Activision now as well. And also all their stuff comes day and date to both Xbox and PC. And since I mostly play on PC, it tends to be the most relevant for me. So today you're going to see my raw, unfiltered, and unspoiled reactions to the Xbox Games Showcase 2024. Technically, it has already streamed earlier today. I'll be reacting to Avowed, but I've not seen anything. I'm completely unspoiled, so it's all going to be new and exciting to me. And on that note, it is the middle of the day right now. Normally, I avoid recording now because it tends to be a bit noisier at this time of day. So if there's some background noise, I do apologize. I beg your forgiveness, but this is just how I have to do it if I want to get this video out today on the day of the Xbox Games Showcase. So hopefully it's not too bad. Before we roll and get started, I have something really exciting to show you that I think is really, really cool. This was yesterday. Check it out. Isn't that neat? Isn't that neat? Check it out. Look at the beautiful, beautiful patterns, the tasteful color. Wait, what? Owl? Yeah. Well, I guess there is an owl there. The owl is pretty cool. But no, I was talking about this beautiful, relaxed button-up shirt from this video's sponsor, Into the AM. That's right, Into the AM, purveyors of elevated everyday apparel. You know them for their beautiful graphic tees, of which you see me wearing tons on my videos and on my streams, because I love them. They're fantastic, they're gorgeous, they're super duper comfortable, and there's tons more coming all the time. You'll see more here on the channel very soon. But today, I'm here to talk about these right here, these beautiful, relaxed button-ups, fresh for the summer season from Into the AM. They got all kinds of beautiful patterns, and just like their tees, they are super comfortable and super easy to care for. And you know what's awesome? Next weekend is Father's Day. I mean, that's awesome just in and of itself. And consider this your public service announcement. Do not forget about Father's Day next weekend. But what's even more awesome is that Into the AM has you covered for Father's Day, whether your dad or your partner or husband loves graphic tees, whether they love button-up shirts like this, whether they are looking for some bottoms, maybe some tasteful everyday shorts, maybe they want some joggers, maybe they want some underwear. All of it is available from Into the AM. All of it is top quality, ultra comfortable, and you can save 10% off all of it, your entire order, using the link down below at the top of the video description. When you do so, you'll save that money and you'll be supporting this here channel, which of course I appreciate a ton. So get your last minute Father's Day shopping in. Get your dad something that he will love. I can guarantee you he will love these shirts. These things are so comfortable, so easy to care for. Just throw them in the wash, throw them in the dryer. You don't have to worry about them. They come in all sorts of fun patterns. I've been loving them, as well as those daily shorts. Those things, super comfy. I was wearing a pair all day yesterday, and I'm wearing a pair right now, and they're awesome. So, once again, 10% off your entire order at Into the AM. Check out that link down below. Get your dad or your husband or your partner something that they're going to love this Father's Day. Big thanks to this video's sponsor, Into the AM. In all seriousness, though, the owl was really cool. The owl in that picture I was showing you, his name was Walter. He's a barred owl, and he was super duper cute. I got to meet some others yesterday as well. It was awesome. But that's not what this video is about. Today, we're here to talk about games, specifically Xbox games. So we'll dive into the live stream and I'll react to the whole thing starting in just a couple minutes. But I thought quickly, before we get started, I would throw out a few predictions, things that I think we're likely to see in the showcase. Now, you probably already know what was in the showcase, or maybe you do, if you care about these things anyway. Yeah, I have no idea. So this is a pretty crucial year for Xbox, maybe their most important showcase ever, at least in a very long time, because Xbox is in a weird position right now, in a strange place. They, in so much as one cares about these sorts of things, they are lagging behind in this console generation in terms of consoles sold compared to primary competitor Sony. If you believe the reporting, Xbox is sitting at anywhere between, or I should say Sony is sitting at anywhere between 2 PlayStations sold for every 1 Xbox this generation, or maybe even 3 PlayStations for every 1 Xbox this gen, somewhere in that range. And moreover, Xbox has been on this buying spree lately. Well, Microsoft, right? Xbox's parent. They bought up Bethesda and all of their game studios, and more recently, they bought up all of Activision Blizzard King and all of those studios. It just seems like they've been gobbling up all kinds of great talent, and yet the general sort of feel is that these studios haven't been putting out games that have really been making a splash. And there's a lot of questions about why that might be. Is it sort of something to do with oversight and management, or is it just bad luck, or, there's lots of speculation, very few answers. But at any rate, Xbox is at this pivotal point where I think they have a lot to prove right now with all these acquisitions and how they're going to make good on them. Moreover, Xbox frontman Phil Spencer has been out there for many years now, touting how they have all this amazing talent. They've got all these great games coming. And yet it seems like a lot of these great games aren't manifesting or materializing. And I think people are finally starting to get a little tired of Phil Spencer's rhetoric and the things he's saying versus the things he's doing. Now, I'm on record as being a fan of Phil Spencer, the things he said, and generally the things he's done. But even I must admit, I'm starting to question whether, he really has what it takes to get, Xbox to where it needs to be. And more importantly, get the most out of this incredible pool of talent that they do have. Because don't get me wrong, they have many incredible studios, and the developers there are spectacularly talented. But the output just hasn't been what people want or expect, especially in terms of first-party exclusives. Exacerbating all this, was some recent studio closures just earlier this year. Microsoft shut down Arcane Austin, who made the spectacular flop of Redfall last year. Was that last year? I think that was last year. I never played it. I don't want to speak too poorly of it without having played it, but by all accounts, it really missed the mark. But more shockingly, they recently shut down Tango Gameworks, the developers of last year's critical success, Hi-Fi Rush, which was a really like feel-good, kind of winning hearts and minds sort of a surprise hit coming out of the Xbox Games corner. Whether it did well commercially or not, I'm not certain. I suspect not. But from like a critical and public perception perspective, Hi-Fi Rush really hit last year. So it was super shocking earlier this year to hear Microsoft say, we're shutting them down. And a lot of people were very angry about that. A lot of that ire was directed towards Phil Spencer. There's been some other things, some writing on the wall suggesting that all is not well at Xbox. At one point earlier this year, people were questioning, is there going to be a next generation Xbox console? Or is Xbox going to become purely a software and services company, not making hardware anymore? Now, Phil Spencer has since been out there assuring people that the future of Xbox hardware is very bright. Their next gen platform is going to be super powerful and great and awesome, and all this PR stuff that, of course, he would say. But suffice it to say, in my very wordy overview here, that there's this feeling that all is not well with Xbox games, and that they have a lot of work to do to try and make up the difference, try and catch up to where Sony is at right now, and also to move into the next generation, full steam ahead, going strong and capitalizing on all those investments they've made in these incredibly talented studios over the last number of years, trying to make some of those, promised hits materialize. So, interesting context for this year's Xbox Game Showcase, and I'm very curious to see how they're going to present their portfolio, how they're going to spin their current situation, if at all. Maybe they just don't acknowledge any of this and they're just business as usual. Hard to say, but we shall see. Okay, so I promised a few predictions. This is going to be really quick and just what I could think of off the top of my head, just before I started recording. But I'm certain we're going to see something here about the Indiana Jones game from Machine Games. It's coming out this year. I'm certain we're going to see something from Avowed, which is Obsidian's new RPG set in the world of Pillars of Eternity, coming out later this year. I suspect we will see something of Fable, the Fable reboot coming from Playground Games, which I can't remember if they said that was coming this year or not. I don't think they did put a date on it yet. I suspect maybe a next year launch announcement. We'll see. I'm certain we're going to see some DLCs for existing big Xbox Studios games. We will see Starfield DLC, certainly. We will see Diablo 4 DLC, certainly. That one's called Vessel of Hatred, and we know that's coming this year. We will see all kinds of, sizzle reels and DLC announcements and whatnot for their ongoing live service games like Fallout 76, Elder Scrolls Online, Sea of Thieves, Diablo Immortal, World of Warcraft. Maybe something about that. I'm not sure. I don't really follow WoW, so I don't know where that's at right now. I feel like there's an expansion coming. There's always a WoW expansion coming, but I feel like there's one announced on the way. Into the more speculative, conjectures here. Gears of War. I feel like it's been quite some time since we've seen anything about Gears of War. I suspect we'll hear something about that. What? I don't know. Gears of War what, 6? Is that what we're on to now? Maybe. I feel like it's time for something like that, though. I suspect we won't hear anything about the next Forza Horizon game. Forza Motorsport, the latest Forza in the core series, came out last year, and I feel like I feel like we're at least a year away from an announcement of a new Horizon game. Is my thinking. We will absolutely not see anything about Elder Scrolls 6 or Fallout 5 because Bethesda Game Studios is very focused on supporting Starfield right now, and its DLC, and then aside from that, they're all hands on deck in early production for Elder Scrolls 6, which yeah, we won't hear anything about that for, I'm going to say, at least 4 years. Let's say that's my guess. And Fallout 5 is somewhere beyond that, so who even knows? More speculatively, now that Xbox owns the Blizzard portfolio, I would love to see some kind of StarCraft announcement. What that might be, I don't know. I do not think we're going to see a full StarCraft 3 announcement. I think that's just copium, wishful thinking. But in fact, I don't think we're going to see any StarCraft this year. But I hope somewhere at Blizzard and Xbox, people are talking about what they're going to do with that franchise. And maybe next year we'll see something. Who knows? Obviously, RTSs fell way out of style. But I don't know. I think there's a place for StarCraft 3 in this world. Or how about this? Warcraft 4. Think about it. Think about it. Another Warcraft RTS. I'd be right there. I would be so there. But this is nostalgia speaking, so it's probably not the right business move. Who knows? What do I know? Yeah, the first party stuff. I know that Rare has been working on this game Everwild for a very long time. They announced it almost like 4 or 5 years ago, maybe. I don't think we've seen or heard anything about it since. I feel like it's definitely time for Rare to show Everwild, so we might see that here. I know that they've been working on a Perfect Dark reboot, they being somebody in Xbox Game Studios. Can't remember the name of the studio. The Initiative, I think? No, that's wrong. I don't remember. And they made a studio specifically to reboot Perfect Dark anyway. And I have heard rumors that has been a very troubled development. But it would be cool to see something of that this year. In terms of third-party stuff, the sky's the limit. You know, really, we could see anything. There could be a lot of fun surprises. But I'm sure we will see some of Aura History Untold, which actually I don't even know if that's third party. That might be a first party Microsoft thing now that I think about it. But that's Microsoft's Civilization like, which is launching later this year. And especially interesting now that Civ 7 has been announced for 2025. I bet you we'll see more of a Light No Fire, which is Hello Games' new procedurally generated fantasy world game. No Man's Sky, but in Fantasy Earth kind of thing. We saw that premiered last year during the Xbox Game Showcase, and it looked really cool. And I suspect we'll see something of Kojima's game, Overdose, I think it's being called, which is not Death Stranding 2, but this other thing that Kojima Productions is working on with Microsoft. So we might see more of that here. Otherwise, I'm sure there's stuff I'm forgetting. I'm sure there'll be some big surprises. That's just what came to mind off the top of my head before getting rolling here. So it's on the record. Y'all can either laugh at me or go, wow, Nick, very insightful, very perceptive, depending on how right or wrong I am. But it's always fun to put these down before you spoil or, see what actually happens, and then come back and think about it afterwards and be like, oh man, like I nailed that, or definitely not that. So, all right. That was a big, long preamble. I did not intend for this intro to go for as long as it would, because the actual stream is like 2 hours long or something. So we're in for a long one here. Oh, I should say, after the stream, there's some kind of Black Ops, like COD 6 Black Ops live thing. I'm not going to be reacting to that. As far as Call of Duty stuff goes, I have no idea what's going on in Call of Duty land, I must admit. I've totally checked out. So if you're looking for the hottest takes on the latest COD, you're not going to get them here. I'm just going to be reacting to the game showcase portion of the stream. Maybe that's a little shorter. I can't actually tell just looking at this. Maybe that's only an hour or an hour and a half. We shall see. We shall see. Anyway, sit back, get comfy, grab a drink. I've got my my appropriately Pokemon themed mug here. I don't have an Xbox themed mug. I do have a Hearthstone mug. Could have got that. Or Overwatch. Oh yeah, we'll probably see something about Overwatch today as well. Anyway, get comfy, grab your drink, buckle up. Let's check out the Xbox Game Showcase 2024. Rating pending to mature. And all the other logos for other jurisdictions. This program contains mature content that may not be suitable for all audiences. Worth bearing in mind. Oh, what's this? Okay, this is the rest of the countdown, I see. A little sizzle here. This is Call of Duty stuff. Looks like. So our first big trailer is probably going to be Call of Duty, I guess. Black Ops, maybe. I don't know what has been announced for Call of Duty, what might be new or exciting. So if I'm...
The Soviet Union is no more.
Okay, this is definitely a Black Ops thing.
For instability and chaos. These events clearly serve our national interest. Free from the specter of global conflict.
George W. Sr.
Today we celebrate the mystery of American renewal.
Bill Clinton. Black Ops 6, right? So I guess this is an announcement, maybe, because they seem to be making a big deal out of this, so maybe we didn't know this existed prior to now. But it was right there in the title for this VOD, so I guess it's not that big a reveal. I don't know. Again, I don't know anything about where Call of Duty's at these days, so.
Hey, something you should see.
What the hell are we getting into? Don't trust anyone.
Sure does look like a big ol' action movie.
You broke into a CIA black site. Are you out of your mind?
Things got
I mean, it's impressive visually, you know, the graphics are pretty good. There's a lot of things blowing up. There's a lot of action here. Okay, Black Ops 6, yeah.
Continue to bless the United States of America.
Alright, so they're going for some edgy political thinking.
Just got a first look at the campaign
Phil Spencer.
for Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Okay.
Set in the 1990s after the Cold War ends, where the truth isn't what it seems.
Sure.
It's an honor to stand here representing the creative teams at Activision. And please stay tuned after the showcase, where we will take you inside the studios to hear directly from Treyarch and Raven, who are working on Call of Duty Black Ops 6. You'll get a 25-minute deep dive into the story and a sneak peek at multiplayer and zombies. It's been 10 years
Again,
since
we're not
Call of
gonna
Duty has been in our show.
do that here in this video,
It's
but
been even longer since all Call of Duty players got the same game at the same time. Going forward, everyone will experience the game, including the Black Ops 6 beta, the season expansions, and the updates at launch. There are currently over
opposed to
100
what?
million people who play Call of Duty every month.
I guess as opposed to having
We
to
hope to
buy
grow
that stuff.
community
I'm not
by
quite clear.
making Black Ops 6 the first Call of Duty game that will be available in Game Pass day one.
Of course.
So no matter where you choose
Everything
to
they
play,
put out is going to
everyone
be
is
Game
welcome
Pass
to
play or
experience
day one now.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6 on October 25th.
Okay, so we've got a release date.
Incredibly excited
Maybe
for
that
today's show.
wasn't announced
Standing
previously.
here thinking about all the passion that has gone in to making this show what it is. It's an honor to share the
Now, what
latest
shirt is he
efforts
wearing?
from our
What's that on
partners
his shirt?
around the world.
He always likes to
And
wear
from our
shirts
own
that tease
creative
things.
teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, and Xbox Game Studios, who are doing what I believe is some of their best work ever.
He would believe that.
And now I get to introduce something that is special to me.
Okay, what's that,
As
Phil?
someone who has played games for as long as I have, it's amazing that I
Yep,
get
he's
to
a
set
gamer.
up
Did you know that, guys?
this world premiere.
Okay,
So thank you all for joining
let's hope
us,
this is good.
and please enjoy the show.
I hope we do.
World premiere.
World premiere. Bethesda, okay. This could be a new... Before he became a hero, he was the super weapon of gods and kings. I was gonna say we could see a new Dishonored, but that's not what this looks like. Oh, it's right, the new Doom. Of course, I should have. Yep. This was rumored. Yes. This is the fantasy themed new Doom game. Yeah, I meant to call that out at the beginning there and completely forgot. But yes, there were rumors swirling about this. Okay. Now, this is probably not Mick Gordon's soundtrack, unfortunately. This is probably somebody doing a Mick Gordon impression. Sounds good. Because, of course, famously, there is all that bad blood between Mick Gordon and id. Unless they somehow smooth that over, but... I'm guessing not. I'm guessing not. This is so extra. Whoa, you fly. Yes, Doom, the Dark Ages. Okay. So you get a dragon. Yes, this was rumored. And that looks just as ridiculous and badass as one might hope. So, day one with Game Pass, of course. I can't believe I forgot to mention that before the streaming.
Who were you before?
What is this? Oh, this is gonna be a new I can't remember the name of the series. Yeah, Undead Labs.
Late to ask now.
Not Dead Rising. Whatever.
Knew the rest.
We'll see in a second. It's not coming to my mind. I've not played any of these games. But
But you helped us make something greater than the fear and death that surrounded us.
the frick is this series called?
We found hope.
Why can I not remember? There's too many games with the dead in the title.
And even if we bought the other survivors just one more day, the sacrifice would be worth it.
Do you guys think zombie games will ever go out of style, or will there always be a demand for zombie games? I got kind of sick of them a while ago, if I'm being totally honest. But I'm sure some people are very excited about
Not help them find
whatever the frick this is called.
keep going. Right on.
But this is one where you like gather up survivors and like you build yourself a little settlement. What the frick is it called? Whoops. Guy got eaten. Bad times.
I know you well.
Uh-oh, it's that toy.
But we'll keep your memory alive. Every sacrifice we make matters and will never be forgotten.
I assume this is bad, whatever's going on here. Okay. It's a big zombie. Looks like something out of Doom.
No one is forgotten. We live on.
It's kind of a neat little shrine of all survivors. State of Decay. Thank you. There we go. I really could not bring that to my mind. It doesn't even have the word dead in it. But yeah, I'm sure some people are very excited about State of Decay 3. I feel like it had been rumored as well. EA, okay, oh, is this the new Dragon Age? No,
Not looking good, old friend.
maybe.
This'll take more than you and me.
What are you thinking?
We need someone to be our eyes and ears in the shadows.
I guess the detective. What is
Someone
this?
to bring a little darkness to the daylight.
Mage killer.
We're going into the fade, aren't we?
Veil jumper. Oh, this is. Wait, is this?
Secrets.
No, what the heck is this?
What about Darkspawn?
Yeah. Someone who will
It
stand between
is.
us and a pack of demons.
Well, it's not the Warden. Yeah, okay, this is definitely a Dragon Age thing. This is some co-op multiplayer Dragon Age thing.
We'll need someone with fire in their blood. One more thing. This crew
Because this is definitely not the next single player Dragon Age.
can count on. Someone that the world can count on.
This is some horde based.
But where are we gonna find her?
Like, I'm not sure this is what the world needs. It's got a kind of stylized look to it. A little bit cartoony. Dragon Age. Wait. This is? Wait, what? Okay. Because they just said the Veilguard is the next Dragon Age. They announced that was the name had changed. But they said it was going to be single player. So is that the single player thing? What was that? That really looked like a multiplayer team shooter. This is going to be a Starfield DLC. I should make it very clear. I have not finished Starfield. So if this is teasing story stuff, you know, like later in the game, I'm not gonna know what's going on. That being said, I actually played Starfield for the first time in quite a while, just yesterday, and they've improved a lot. They've improved a lot. So I think I'm gonna get back into it. Okay, I'm getting survival horror vibes. Sci-fi horror.
Hold very still and choose your words carefully. They will determine how long you live.
Is this the Varun
Trespass
guys?
the home of House Varun.
There you go.
Your fate will be decided by the Great Serpent.
Yeah, I think
Embrace. Encircling your heart. Constricting until there is no more you. Only us.
I think it had been rumored or maybe confirmed that the first DLC would handle or would, you know, deal with House Varun. I like it because it's a departure from the fairly like bland NASA punk aesthetics. Shattered Space. Okay. No specific release date though. Just this year.
From the Trackers Alliance.
New content coming tonight. New locations. Gear. Huh.
Wish you the best of luck.
Okay. Of course, they've got the custom creations you can spend money on, community generated content. Update available tonight. That's cool. Okay, and yeah, the Shattered Space looks cool. And when I say bland NASA punk, don't get me wrong, I actually quite like the NASA punk aesthetic of the base game, but it is, you know, it's definitely got like a, yeah, what they were showing there looked quite different.
Folks, if you're just joining us, we're coming to you live in the 10th consecutive hour.
So is this
Vault-a-thon 76 Drive. We've got
76 more DLC or more
Carries on from Skyline Valley.
expansions?
Whole family to Vault 76.
How about that? Skyline Valley. Beautiful country. Right in the heart of Shenandoah.
Okay, so a new area. Shenandoah. That shot there looked just like it was straight out of Skyrim. In fact, those pine trees look like they're straight out of Skyrim. First ever map expansion. Okay, cool. Cool, cool.
And let's keep those numbers climbing.
Got 4 on the line from AVR Medical Center. Is it both twins? Congrats.
Vault 76 is a growing community, and strong community can weather any storm. Why, just take a look at our Skyline Valley neighbors in Vault 63.
Vault 63. So my understanding is that Vault 76 is very good. Sorry, Fallout 76 is very good these days. But I've gone back to it very briefly over the last couple of years just to check it out, but I didn't stick with it. I'm glad that there's people that are really enjoying 76. I'm glad that game eventually got to somewhere that, you know, is good. But I don't know that it's anything I'm ever going to get back into in a serious way.
Well, I suppose having skin's not for
Play as a ghoul. Okay, cool. Skyline Valley. The next big expansion, I guess, for 76. Yeah, again, that's cool. Happy for people who are enjoying that game, and I'm glad it did get there eventually. Alright, a world premiere. What's this? That's a messed up looking Eiffel Tower. Sandfall Interactive. Who are they? This is more messed up Paris.
And paint again.
34.
Paint a new number.
This is extremely dramatic.
Down every year.
33.
One struck. And everyone of that age vanishes into nothingness. Every year she paints again. Every year, an expedition departs for the continent with one hopeless mission. Destroy the paintress so she can never paint death.
The paintress? Huh. Ooh, that's pretty.
We'll break the cycle so she can't steal anyone else's future.
This world is full of wonders.
Wow.
Yet everywhere we go, we walk with death.
Do you mean we're the only ones left?
Huh. Oh, there's a party over on the left. Wow, this is extremely stylish. Whatever's going on. This is a turn-based RPG with like quick time stuff. Huh. Some cool creature designs. Yeah, it's a party-based RPG, like hybrid turn-based action, maybe.
Even if we fail, we lay the trail for those who will come after. Right? We.
Expedition 33, Claire Obscure. Huh. Coming next year. Sandfall Interactive. I'm not sure what they've done. I mean, that's very interesting. It's probably the most interesting thing we've seen here so far. I mean, you know, the new Doom looks very good, but that was a bit of a known quantity from the leaks. Oh, this is South of Midnight, I think. They premiered this last year.
Hard to believe this is all really happening.
Pretty neat looking.
You tell me your mama never told you stories about critters and weavers? Oh, you're lucky I come along.
What?
Such a cool visual aesthetic.
That's two-toed Tom.
It's all stop motion-y. Big gator.
Drop you off fast.
After I got you out of that tree, you said you helped me find my mama.
I ain't have a disposition to be gator snacks.
Well, me neither.
We're gonna go on. We gotta get rid of him.
I'm all ears.
There's a church up a ways with a big bell. Go on and ring it.
You want to make him come running?
Tom can't abide the sound of bell. Some church folks once tried to dynamite him, and he didn't take that too kind. If you ring that bell, he might skedaddle.
You better not skedaddle.
Go on now, scoot. I'll pick you up yonder after to go find your mom.
Yeah, this looks fascinating.
Trifling ass mudcat.
Okay, so we get to see some gameplay. Alright, so the gameplay itself looks
Quickly now.
interesting. I was wondering how they're going to transfer that stop motion look to the gameplay. So it's smooth, but the character animation is still done in that stop motion kind of. Okay. Traversal stuff.
Oh, hell no.
That ain't no gator. Huh. This music. Unravel. Cool.
All right.
Ah,
Church.
makes it all pretty. Huh. Yeah, the style of this game is super cool. Like visually and like the music and everything. Huh, that's neat. Like a flying thing. The crows. So it looks like pseudo open world-ish, maybe. Alright. Come over here, Gator.
What the hell?
Oh yeah, that's the big gator. What was your plan here? Ah, I was just getting invested. South of Midnight coming next year, okay? Yeah, I love the style that they're showing with that. It looks so cool. Gameplay, hard to say. Looks like it could be neat, but kind of typical action combat. Blizzard presents. Okay, is this gonna be Vessel of Hatred, maybe? Diablo 4 expansion.
In darkness.
Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
And dreams.
No, this music sounds a lot more WoW-like, though. Okay. Okay.
And
It's a WoW thing.
countless generations, mortal heroes have risen.
Classic. Old school WoW cinematics. Oh, this music is so good.
They faced monsters, tyrants, and beasts of primordial horror.
Man, no one does cinematics like Blizzard, though, you know?
Though they fought amongst themselves, their enmity following them to the most distant shores.
Must have done some AI upscale on these older cinematics, like those earlier ones specifically.
Across time,
Because I'm sure they were originally rendered out in maybe 720p max, you know,
their
back in the day.
courage never,
I mean, some of these are more recent, of course, but
even upon the very threshold of death.
I should be clear, I don't play WoW. I have no idea what the Blizzard World of Warcraft storyline is these days. No clue where it's at.
Draws near.
The final battle, okay. I feel like we've had a lot of battles over the years.
Now, in the darkness, at the very heart of the world, the drums of war thunder once again. And Azeroth at last awakens. The world's soul, so long denied me, shall be mine.
Okay. So I guess this is the next WoW expansion. The War Within. Yeah, which they had announced, right? So this was just a sizzle trailer and a release date, maybe? Okay. August 26th. Sure. Yeah, I'm quite certain that was a known quantity already, but maybe not the date. Konami.
Over Pakistan, altitude 30,000 feet. Approaching Soviet airspace.
Listen up, Jack. Your mission is to infiltrate Selino Yask in the Soviet mountains, ensure the safety of Sokolov, and bring him back to the west. Your code name for this mission will be Naked Snake.
Okay.
I'll be referring to you as Snake from now on.
Interesting to me.
The clock is ticking.
I
This
associate
will be a sneaking mission.
Metal Gear so strongly
You
with
must not be seen by the enemy.
PlayStation.
Leave
It's
no trace of your presence. Is that clear?
it's bizarre to see it in an Xbox showcase.
In other words, weapons and equipment to procure on site. That goes for food as well. You're completely naked, just as your name implies.
Completely naked.
I have to find my own weapons and equipment.
Not completely naked.
Crazy
Disappointed.
idea was this anyway?
The mission mission rests entirely in your hands.
A real one-man army.
So there's gonna be like a survival element, I guess. Because he's gotta find his own stuff. Is this is one of the ones they've announced, right? I'm not a big Metal Gear guy either, so I don't know if this is... Yeah, Metal Gear Solid Delta, Snake Eater, okay. Is this like a reboot or a remake, or is this a totally new thing?
Commencing virtuous mission. Now.
I'm not actually certain. I feel like this is a remake of old Metal Gear. It definitely has that feel. But y'all can let me know in the comments. Alright. So this will not be an announcement or premiere. Sea of Thieves. That's what we're seeing here. Which a lot of you have asked me to play over the years, and I never have. I feel like it's just, I don't know, it was in a rough place at launch, and then I just sort of feel like I missed the boat, so to speak, with it. I feel like, I don't know, going to it now would be challenging, you know? But a number of you continue to ask me to check out Sea of Thieves, so is that still something you would be interested in? Season 13. God, when did Sea of Thieves launch? How long has it been out? How many seasons? A year? Okay, what's this?
Your kind meddled where you shouldn't. As long as Ooh is free, your world is in mortal peril.
And how is it that you know all of this?
Because I am a god too.
If you're a god, you're one of them.
What is this?
Anything to help someone I've sworn to kill.
This looks interesting.
I'll give it to you.
Very action-heavy combat, very stylish combat. Cool aesthetics. It's like kind of open worldy. Is this something we've seen? It's not familiar. From the makers of Ashen. Explosive, Souls-like, okay. Cool visual style. Kill all. What? I couldn't even see what that last one said. Flintlock, the Siege of Dawn. Have we seen this? The name sounds familiar, but maybe not. Anyways, coming out July 18th, so I guess maybe we have seen something about this. Maybe we saw it last year. It does, yeah, I think we had seen something about that before. Anyway, it looks stylish, looks cool. I think we did see that last year. Not a world premiere. Another, oh, here we go. This is probably Age of Mythology. Another one that I meant to mention. Yeah. Okay, I'm here for this. Yes, this is the Age of Mythology remake. Yeah, I meant to mention this at the beginning of the stream, or the video too. My brother and I were talking about this just last night. How we were sure we would see this. I loved AOM back in the day. This looks fantastic. Yeah, this looks really good. This is the first look at gameplay. I don't think they've showed gameplay previously. So it's essentially a remake of the original game, but I think they've changed some things and added a few new things. It's kind of it's not a reboot, it's a remake. Age of Mythology retold. Cool. Oh, September 4th. We have a date. Don't think we had a release date yet. Cool. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be very good. I hope it'll be really good. Okay, another presents. Gosh, not many reveals here. We've had what? 2, maybe 3 exclusive reveals. What the heck is this?
I could see the world differently. I thought it would be like any other mission.
There's no way this is Perfect Dark, is it? No.
I was wrong.
Isn't it? It is. I think that's supposed to be a Joanna Dark. Yeah, stop Carrington's attack. Okay, this is straight up the new Perfect Dark. Bizarre.
I'll have to improvise.
Okay. So we had an announcement, sort of cinematic trailer for this before, but this is the first gameplay we've seen. It's quite pretty.
What readings are you getting?
Lots of fun gadgets.
Readings from your monitor. Can you confirm?
I'm looking at the screen right now.
And I was right, it was called The Initiative. The studio working on this. But what even is a Perfect Dark game in this day and age, huh? I think that's what they were struggling with, you know. Okay, so there's some parkour stuff.
Find the truth. Scans clear.
It's all kinds of techno gadgets and scans and stuff.
Damn it. Analyze. What am I looking at here?
Carrington appears to be targeting a research facility. If he attacks it, the casualties could be astronomical. Agent Stark, it's a pleasure to meet you. I could use someone with your skills.
Gonna have to be some future spy capers. This looks pretty actiony, but Perfect Dark was quite actiony.
I had to lose everything.
For what it's worth, also, when I talk about Perfect Dark, my point of reference is the N64 original. I never played that third-person one on 360. So, story-wise, I have no idea what's going on.
Are you all seeing this?
Once you open this door, there's no going back.
Okay. Interesting. I thought it was an interesting choice for them to try and resurrect the franchise in the first place. It looks like they're going full action movie with it, which is, you know, kind of what you'd want.
Joanna Dark is caught in the middle of a near-future war over advanced technology that threatens the lives of millions. We hope you enjoyed the first look at gameplay, and we can't wait to share more from the developers at The Initiative and Crystal Dynamics as the game progresses. The creativity and talent of game creators are what make our industry unique, and I'm incredibly proud of our games and our teams. They are building a diverse lineup
They keep saying this.
which includes new installments in beloved franchises like Doom, The Dark Ages from id Software.
Yeah, that
Updates
does
and
look really cool.
expansions to our ongoing games, like World of Warcraft, The War Within from Blizzard.
Yep.
Handcrafted original concepts, like South of Midnight from Compulsion.
Yeah, South of Midnight looks so cool.
And blockbuster games with massive audiences like Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision. On behalf of our creative teams at Activision, Bethesda, Blizzard, King, and Xbox Game Studios, we thank you for your continued support, and we look forward to getting their ambitious games in your hands.
Yep.
Diablo is one of
We
the
look forward to that too.
enduring and beloved series
Yeah,
in
okay,
all
here we
of
go.
gaming.
Vessel of
We're
Hatred.
thrilled to have Diablo 4 in Game Pass, where millions of you made it your favorite way to play. This October, Diablo 4 Vessel of Hatred expands the demon slaying experience with an all-new character class, a new region, and of course, the next chapter in the acclaimed story. Here is the opening cinematic for the game. Let's take a look.
Oh, that's too bad we're not going to get to see any footage or gameplay of the new areas. It's a bummer. I mean, the cinematics are, of course, extremely good, but yeah, Vessel of Hatred's going to go to Quest. And I've been playing a bit more D4 lately.
Boy, young one, are you all right?
Got really good with the latest loot update. Neryl's having a bad time here.
Well, please, my child, let me help you.
Stay away from me! Nerel! Is that how I raised you?
Oh, it's her mama.
No, Mother. But I must carry this burden alone. I must get to Akarat's tomb. But look at you. You're killing yourself. I don't know how much longer I can... I'm here, little magpie. I missed you so much. I'm so proud of you. But now I need you to give up.
Mm.
No, no.
Uh-huh.
It's you. You monster. Let go of me.
Ooh. That's some intensity.
And I warned you, little magpie. There would be consequences.
Wow, that's pretty gruesome. Some serious body horror stuff going on.
No! I control the stone!
The stone. You control nothing.
ASMR vibes.
You're right. Maybe I could use some help.
Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Poor Nerel. Cool environment. Spooky. Well, we shall see. Like I said, I think that game's on a positive trajectory. I think they did a lot of good with the Loot Reborn patch. And in classic, you know, Diablo fashion, it's taken a year, maybe two, we'll see. Here's Fable.
So, you want to know all about heroes, do you? Well, you have
All
come
right.
to the right place. Because who better to tell you all about them than perhaps the greatest hero of them all?
Okay, so who is this? So some celebrity actor. I don't recognize him, but
In all his finery. Cheers.
Humphrey. Okay.
I mean, sure.
Okay. Finally, we're getting some maybe gameplay.
Fan club, but we hate you.
Chances and the occasional giant toad for some reason. But it's more than that. It's about
This looks really good. Like the graphics look phenomenal.
I should do what I want. We thought you could save her.
you know, it's your life and death stuff. That's what defines you, doesn't it? Really stays with you. I knew this one hero. I took her in when she had nowhere else to go. Welcome to the most exclusive club in all of Albion. Thought I'd get her.
Yeah, the graphics look phenomenal. The characters are exceptional. The world, though, looks great too.
When you're young, and you have a point to prove. I tell you, this kid, she had it all. The skill, the talent, the power. She was something else, all right. She was terrifying. So, yeah, I knew this girl once who made all the wrong choices.
Humphrey. She's back.
Interesting. That's looking cool. Do we get some kind of release tease?
Is going to stand in my way.
Okay. Next year sometime. I think I called that 2025. They may have already said that. That's quite possible. I can't remember. That's looking pretty good. That's looking pretty good. I'm here for it. Okay, premiere. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they got.
Use this. Make your own rules.
Okay. Some kind of hero shooter, I'm gonna guess. Very stylish. Yep. Now, is this multiplayer hero shooter or is this some kind of... Oh yeah, it must be. Yeah. I was wondering if it was some kind of run-based thing, but no, this is 5v5 role-changing hero shooter. Okay, there you go. What the heck is that even called? Frag Punk? I was trying to read that logo. Okay. I don't know. Not really my thing, but could be cool. Noodle Cake. Pine Creek. I have no idea who these are. This looks like a, very cute indie thing. You play as a mouse.
There is nothing left for me in the city. So, I have traveled back to where I grew up. Here, I found my childhood home in ruins. Why hasn't my aunt taken good care of it? The bridge to her house is broken, so I can't even ask her. I will make the tree stump a cozy home again.
Okay, so rebuilding your childhood home. We got some gathering, some crafting. A cozy one of those. Cozy homesteading game.
And beauty out here. Some will say that in the dead of winter, a small city mouse doesn't
Maybe so.
It's adorable. It's like little leaves on their feet for snowshoes.
Every winter leads to spring. And see, finally!
Oh, scary owls. Winter burrow. Huh. Cool. I like that kind of thing, you know? I hope we get to see a bit more kind of indie stuff in this showcase. That looks really cute, really cozy. Could be a good game for the channel.
World premiere.
Alright, now the world premiere's coming. What we got here?
My mixtapes bend others to my will.
An Annapurna piece. Okay.
Almost cosmic talent.
Huh.
Go back to a time
Magic
where
mixtapes.
summers lasted forever, when friendships
A nostalgia piece,
and
clearly.
any trouble was good trouble.
This year, I want to ride a flaming stallion of delinquency.
Coming of age, teenager thing.
And Dinosaur comes an adventure, a lifetime in the making.
This actually has a similar stop motion look to
Teenage wasteland. Making
South of Midnight.
avoiding the law, and maybe something a little more.
Hey, can I stand up?
Alright. Like supernatural teen
Set to the soundtrack
shenanigans.
of a generation.
Huh. Interesting. Alright. Yeah, lots of very like 80s and early 90s kind of stuff. Music.
Felt important.
I guess we're fairly solidly 80s here. Late 80s.
Music. You're invited to go back in mixtape.
Huh.
There have been noise complaints. Okay.
Coming out next year. Very stylish. Probably not the kind of game I'm going to play necessarily, but it looks interesting. I'm glad that they're doing that kind of thing. Cool. Yeah, cool. So this is something we already know about. Oh, yeah. All right, of course. Flight Simulator. Yeah, I should have called that at the beginning too. Yeah, do we have a release date for Flight Sim 2024 yet? We've got to, right? We must. Because I am pretty excited about this one. Gosh, such a beautiful game. Like, still one of the more technically impressive games out there. So yeah, so Flight Sim 2024 adds all the career stuff, right? Adds some progression, which is pretty neato. I'm excited for that. Agricultural aviation. Search and rescue stuff. Yeah, I don't know that we have a specific release date for this yet, so I'm sure we'll get that here. Yosemite. Oh, crazy, like a ground-based photo mode? Huh. It's like they're finally bringing the people to Flight Sim. Safe. Yeah, looks like they're really going from, you know, a fairly buttoned up tight sim to the flight sim to something, oh, that's pretty, something a fair bit more, you know, trying to make it a little more dynamic and exciting. Okay, coming November 19th. Okay, there you go. I think, yeah, I don't know that we had a release date for that previously. That's good to know. But this is going to be Indiana Jones. I bet. Oh no, ESO. Okay. All right. ESO is one of those weird things where I feel like I should have played so much more of it. You know, being the Elder Scrolls fan that I am. I played it back at launch, but it just ended up being more than I could keep up with. And honestly, at launch, it was kind of rough. I've returned to it a couple of times over the years, but with a game so big that's been running for so long, it's really hard to jump back in when you've been away for so long, especially, you know, when it's a live service thing. It just demands so much of your time. And unfortunately, I just can't commit that time to really do it justice. So there's this whole piece of Elder Scrolls that I've just not really experienced. And it's such a huge piece, you know? I don't know how I feel about this music choice, honestly. But again, by all accounts, it's a very good game these days. There's a very, you know, diehard community. I think it's doing quite well. So that's cool. I'm happy for the ESO folks. What the heck is that mech on the right there? For a limited time, play all DLC for free. Yeah, Gold Road is their new expansion. Okay. Let's see what this is.
I swore I'd never use my power again.
Oh, is this new Tomb Raider?
But 2 nights ago...
My power. No, I guess not. Oh, what the heck does Deck 9 do?
I found my friend's body in the woods.
Is this a Life is Strange? All new supernatural murder mystery.
I don't know who I can trust. Or who trusts me.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume this is new Life is Strange, maybe.
Is dead.
Yeah. In the series. Okay.
Why can I still hear her voice? Focusing my power, I somehow shifted into a parallel timeline. Here, Sophie is still alive. The danger stalks our every step. And only I can investigate both realities.
Hang on. Parallel world?
It's the same as this one, except
You're dead in it.
dead. I can still save Sophie.
Master and Secunda up in the sky, obviously.
And prevent the same murder across 2 timelines.
Okay. Interesting. Double exposure. Cool. Yeah, that sounds like mechanically potentially interesting. And again, another series that I've not invested in, but you know, I respect and appreciate that it exists and seems to have its strong diehards. So, okay, this is the Indiana Jones stuff. Finally, I mean, now that there's too much to see here, we've already had a gameplay reveal. It's coming out this year, but Troy Baker doing his Harrison Ford impression.
These artifacts have a deep connection to something in the past. Boss believes they hold a kind of power.
You know, it's funny, he does a decent job of it, but
That can change the world.
it's hard for me to not hear Troy Baker.
What were you doing out there?
Fresh air! We have to find the stones, Gina. Or they will. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you'd get a perfectly aligned circle.
The Great Circle.
Exactly.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good, Harrison Ford.
To the Morse code coming from the Himalayas.
Where Voss is sending all of his men.
Yep. Let's get a closer look.
Everything I've seen of this game so far looks pretty good.
Get off this shit.
What's that in his hands? What does it say?
Earth something. What was that?
Nazis. Maybe. I don't know. Probably.
Ciao.
Hands behind your head.
This looks like a real fun romp, honestly. This looks like it really gets the spirit of Indiana Jones.
Where's the stone, you American rat?
What stone?
Have you ever heard of Höhenangst?
Fear of heights?
Yes! I have it. I endured this dreadful mountain even if my mind was screaming every step of the way. Because of a concept you narrow-minded Americans will never understand! Devotion. Total absolute devotion to the fatherland. You have no purpose. What you have is your stupid American cartoons. Choo-choo! Choo-choo! You laugh and dance, celebrating your own idiocy and drinking the piss you call beer.
This is so corny, but I love it.
Fire for the devoted men of the Reich. Give me that stone. Now!
Can't give you what I don't have.
I shall search your corpse to make sure.
Please wait.
Give me the stone.
Gina.
A little hot potato moment. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That was enough. Yeah, one hand grenade. I'm surprised they didn't go for the Wilhelm scream there. Whoever's doing the music, it's a great John Williams impression too. Yeah, they've shown this kind of gameplay. There's clearly Nazi punching, you get some whip action, some shooting. It's first person, which is really cool. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. I heard some people criticizing that name. I think it's great. I think it's corny, but good. Yeah, I am so here for that. They didn't have a date on there, did they? Just said coming this year. It looks like they're capturing the spirit of the movie so well. How the gameplay is going to pan out, hard to know, but at least in the cinematics, it looks fantastic. Alright, I guess some kind of mecha thing here. Gundam thing, I guess. I have no investment in this franchise or this sort of thing, but I mean, this looks stylish and badass. Extremely bombastic. Don't think, did it say world premiere? Is this something that had been revealed before? Mecha Break. Okay, so it's not actually a Gundam thing. It's some very Gundam looking mecha thing. It's very flashy for sure.
You never know you are a monster.
What the heck is this?
Until someone comes to slay you. The first signs are really subtle. But over time, it becomes clear. The gift changes you, slowly consuming every little part of your humanity.
Spooky. Some kind of Dark Soulsy action combat thing. It's pretty, whatever it is. I feel like I've said that a few times now. Some kind of Dark Soulsy action combat thing. It's pretty. Nothing is forever. Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers. Oh, I thought the game was called Nothing is Forever. Yeah, that's the first I've seen of that. That again looks like it could be neat. It's hard to say based on that, but very flashy and stylish, as are all these trailers, really.
Your emperor has chosen you as our envoy to the living lands. That wild frontier.
Oh, this is Avowed, for sure.
Find the roots of this terrible plague and put an end to it.
He is wrong. The dream scourge is but a symptom of a deeper, more dangerous rot.
The original Pillars of Eternity got a patch the other day, which is great. I might go back and try and finish it. I've not played it for years, but I never played Deadfire. But apparently it's good.
You must open yourself to its mysteries. Tend to its purpose, no matter how wild. And become what the living lands truly needs. Its protector.
This is looking good. I've always been interested for this game, but I don't know, this is looking pretty cool. I like the first person combat. No date though, still just 2024. I'm shocked that they're not revealing release dates for these games that are, we have 6 months basically left for these games to come out. And they're still not giving them dates yet. That's weird to me.
World premiere.
Okay, world premiere. Rebellion. Don't know what they've done. Grendel's Head. Post-apocalyptic England. Cool mechs. First person combat. Huh. Looks like a Forsworn. What the heck is this? There's like crazy druidic stuff. A cool looking mashup, whatever this is. Like post-apocalyptic. England. There's clearly like a post-nuclear component. Like Fallout, but Atomfall. Okay. Alright, now that has my attention. That looks really cool. Huh. Fallout London? But not. It's clearly less in London. It's more like rural. That looks cool though. Okay, something in Japan. Guessing.
Did your father ever tell you why my bones ache in the weather?
Oh, is this the new Assassin's Creed?
War. Their soldiers killed everyone.
I do not fear our enemy.
Yeah, I think.
Talk of peace and
I'm guessing. This is Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm actually kind of surprised that they're showing this here. Yeah, okay. Because Ubisoft has their own thing coming up on tomorrow, I think. But I guess Ubisoft likes to get their stuff in front of as many people as possible. A leap of faith. Yeah, this looks good. We got the two protagonists. And this is our first time seeing gameplay, as far as I know. I know people were criticizing this for looking like, oh, worse than Ghost of Tsushima. I think it looks pretty good, honestly. And I know people are burnt out on Assassin's Creed and there's a Ubisoft hate train, you know, but okay, that's pretty fun. Chopping the bamboo. Okay, you can use throwing knives to knock out lanterns. That's pretty fun. Yeah, okay, yeah. Like again, I was already here for it, but yeah, November 15th. That's looking pretty good, I would say. GSC Game World. Oh, this is the new Stalker, of course. Stalker 3? Is that what we're at?
Радий тебе бачити, друже. Валимо звідси.
Yeah, this one's been in development for a long time, and it's obviously been troubled development because I believe it's developed in Ukraine.
Чарівний край черемоша і прута. Ти моя любов, ти рідна матінко.
Or was, at least. I assume they've got studios elsewhere throughout Europe where the development is happening now. Yeah, I played the original Stalker back in the day. Never played any of the others. But I have good memories of that original game being really cool, having just such a unique vibe. And this is looking very good. This must be scripted. Yeah. For a second I thought it was like melee combat, but that looks like a scripted sequence.
Зараз час такий. Час можливостей.
Yeah, this game looks like a vibe for sure.
Усі
ці жертви, усі ці смерті, який в них сенс?
Зона така, якою бачиш її ти. Я ж показав тобі, якою я її бачу. Іди своїм шляхом, і тоді ти зможеш побачити зону по-своєму.
Okay, Stalker 2. For some reason, because they put out so many Stalkers, for some reason I thought it was Stalker 3 at this point, but yes. Yeah, that looks cool. That's looking really ambitious, honestly.
Honored to partner with GSC
Oh yeah,
Game
okay.
World,
Sarabond.
the Ukrainian studio behind Stalker 2. We can't wait for you to experience their game yourselves on September 5th. Today, you've seen amazing games from creators around the world, from both
We
our
must be reaching the end of this,
and
eh?
our own studios, from the biggest blockbusters to original independent games. I hope you enjoy the breadth of titles coming to Xbox. In addition to all these great games, we're introducing a new all-digital Series X and expanding color and storage
Okay.
options across the Series X and S lineup.
Some new
They'll be
hardware.
coming to select markets this holiday. These new X and S consoles,
Will they be any
alongside the
cheaper?
many other devices in
Probably
our Xbox
not.
gaming family, offer you more
Although they do often discount Xboxes pretty significantly these days.
by including the titles from our own studios and Game Pass at launch, by bringing your games into the future with our commitment to game preservation, by pushing the technical boundaries in our future hardware, and empowering you.
There's a nod to future hardware, just to make sure people know there's more Xboxes coming.
This is what defines Xbox today and in the future, and we're hard at work on the next generation. Immediately after Showcase ends,
She's a good public speaker.
Call of Duty Black Ops 6 Direct begins. We're taking you inside Treyarch and Raven for an extended look at what's next in Black Ops. But before we dive into the Direct, we've saved one more thing.
Okay, I was wondering if we were gonna get a but one more thing. Okay, what's this gonna be? Is it gonna be the thing that gets me real hype? Fallout? No. Gears of War. There you go. Yeah. And there you go. I do not care that much about Gears of War. I have some good memories playing Gears of War 2 co-op with a friend, but it's not a franchise I've really gone big into. But I know some people are pretty hype about it, so. Is this an instrumental take on the that's gruesome. A little instrumental take on the frick, you know, the Tears for Fears song, the Gary Jules cover that they had in the trailer way back in the day. I feel like they were alluding to that. They totally are, yes. Gotta have the do-rag, man. Mad World, I guess. Is that what the song's called? Gears of War E-Day. Okay. Alright. Sure, why not? Why not? And there it is. Alright. Well, that was something. That was something. Gosh, how did I feel about that? I feel like overall my impression is there was nothing there that really, really hyped me. Now, I admittedly, have not played a lot of the franchises. They were, announcing sequels for, or, DLC and that kind of stuff. And so maybe this was really exciting for some people, but and I'm not saying that there was nothing in there that interested me. Like there was definitely some very cool stuff. I think the stuff that excited me the most was some of those world exclusive reveals. There's some interesting looking stuff in there. What was that first one about a painter, like something 33? That looks weird and cool. And then, I'm excited about some of the known quantity stuff like the Diablo 4 expansion, which I really wish we got to see some actual gameplay from, but I mean, it's going to look like Diablo 4, but it'd be nice to see some new environments and the new class and whatnot. And Starfield DLC, it looks like they're going for a bit of a departure from, the aesthetic and environments of the base game, which is good. But nothing really jumped out at me as like, oh my god, the Perfect Dark thing could be cool. It's been so long. Who knows what a Perfect Dark game is in this day and age? So really hard to really make a call about that. Obviously Doom, the Dark Ages, that looks rad. I'm sure that game is going to be an absolute blast. So I'm very much here for that, and I think opening with that after the COD stuff was a really strong choice. I'm sure some people are going to be really excited about Gears of War. Like I said, it's not really my series, but some people are going to be super hyped for that. Let's just bring up my predictions here, just real quick, and just compare. Okay, so we got Indiana Jones, we got Avowed, we got Fable, looking really good. Very hyped for Fable. Starfield DLC, Diablo 4 DLC, 76 ESO Sea of Thieves. Not a single mention of Diablo Immortal, interestingly. Maybe it's because they know their audience and they just didn't want to go there. Fair enough. We got the WoW, we got Gears of War, no Forza Horizon 6, Elder Scrolls, or Fallout, like I said, or Fallout 5, and no StarCraft or Warcraft, except for the WoW expansion. So I think on the first party front, I nailed all that. We saw no Ara History Untold. I'm very surprised about that. I guess that's coming too soon, and they just didn't want to spend time in the showcase on that. We saw no Light, no Fire, and we saw no Overdose. So I think I hit the first party stuff. I think I failed on any third party stuff. But interestingly, we saw a Kojima adjacent thing with the MGS Delta Snake Eater there. But yeah, there was some neat looking smaller stuff and indie stuff. I wish we had a little more of that, honestly, but I guess, these showcases maybe aren't the place for a whole lot of indie stuff. But that cute little mouse game looks really neat. Of course, Indiana Jones is looking fantastic. I really think Machine Games is going to nail that one. Flight Simulator 2024, looking great. We now have a release date towards the end of the year. That's awesome. Yeah, so I think the stuff that we knew about, what they're showing looks great. I think the world exclusives they were showing, some of them look really interesting and novel, but none of them like knocked my socks off, But it's always so hard to tell with these trailers. All the trailers look good and hype and exciting. So until you see more of it or even get your hands on it, it's so hard to know. But there was nothing in here that made me go like, what? No way, except maybe a little bit the Gears of War at the end, just because I think that was pretty unleaked, but even still, like, obviously I kind of called that at the outset there. So yeah, I think, do I want to say disappointing? I don't want to say disappointing, but I want to say like, I don't know that they brought the hype that they need to, given the tenor of discussion around Xbox and given, the constant cries from players like, where's your exclusives? Where's your platform exclusives? That are really going to draw people in. I don't know that they answered that question. Like they do have a fair bit of, and don't get me wrong, I don't think platform exclusives are a consumer friendly part of this industry. And I don't know that it's something we need more of, but it does seem to be the primary argument leveled against Microsoft is usually like, hey, where are the games that are going to encourage me to invest in this ecosystem rather than PlayStation or Nintendo or whatever, right? From all these amazing studios and all this amazing talent, which several times they mentioned, they're like, oh, we have this huge pool of incredible studios and incredible talent. And they do, right? They do. So it's time for some of those games to start hitting, and those promises to start delivering. So did the games we see here today, did they excite you? I would love to know down in the comments. Let me know what the most hyped thing you saw here today was. And should I be more hype about some of these things? Maybe. I don't know. You let me know. Like I said, I feel like a lot of the stuff that I was most excited about in here had either been leaked or was kind of a known quantity before coming into this. Nothing really blew my socks off. But still, don't get me wrong, I'm very much looking forward to a lot of what they showed here. From Fable to Doom to Indiana Jones to Avowed, Flight Sim, all that stuff. Is it going to be a good year for Xbox games? I don't know. They've got a lot packed into the back half of the year. Again, a lot without any release dates yet. Like they're saying 2024. Of which we have 6.5 months left, but they're not putting dates on them yet, so that's weird to me. I'm not quite sure what that means, but oh well. If the games come out and they're good, then the proof will be in the pudding, right? So we shall see. Oh, Age of Mythology. I got a shout out AOM Retold. That definitely tickles my nostalgia bone. I'm very, very hyped for that too. So anyhow, once again, friends, please let me know down in the comments what you're hype about from this show. Have there been any other shows that you're excited about? I'm keen to see what we get from the Ubisoft thing, somewhat. Whatever Nintendo does whenever they do a direct this month. I'm going to catch up on the news from the PC gaming show. So, yeah, let me know. What are you excited about in games? What games have you real hype for the future of the medium? Let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear. This has been a long video. I hope you enjoyed seeing my candid reactions here. This is always a fun one to do, and I'm sure I'll do it again next year as well, if there are Xbox games to react to. No, it sounds like they're very much trying to reassure people about the future of the platform, both the service, Game Pass, but the hardware as well. I expect we'll continue to see good stuff coming out of those studios, for the foreseeable future. So, thanks again very much for joining me here, my friends, and I look very forward to having you back here next time. Farewell for now. Whoa. Hold up one second. You didn't think that I was going to forget to thank this channel's supporters, did you? No, never. Never in a million years. Here we are to give special thanks to those individuals who so kindly support what I do here and ensure that I can keep creating more of the kind of content that I love to make the most and that I hope you enjoy watching the most as well. There are many of them across many tiers on both Patreon and YouTube memberships. I won't go into the details. You know where you can find the links. They're down below in the video description. If you would like to join the ranks of these amazing folks, check out what's down there. I'm sure you can find a tier that is right for you. But there's one very special tier, the Fusro Da tier, that gets their names read out in a special spoken shout out thank you in every single episode. And I am delighted to read out those names to you right here, right now. Starting with K Time, Odin Son, Drummer Britt, Jake Luffney, Ragnarsson, Smitty, Captain Vanquisher, and rejoining us in the Fusro tier once again, Fusro Da tier, once again, Bruce Buchner. Welcome back, Bruce. Great to have you on board once again. An extremely enormous thank you to each and every one of those amazing individuals you just heard, and to everybody here for their very kind, very generous support. Big thanks, patrons and YouTube members.